Right.
How confident are you that you'll be able to quarterback?
I'm just, worried about right now getting better every day. I'm not really looking into the future like that. I think, it's easy to get caught up thinking about that and, thinking, if CJ's gone, I could be the guy. But I think the biggest thing right now is just focusing on, the present, being where my feet are, and just getting better every day, because that's ultimately how you get better. Is I'm not going to get better looking at the future and dreaming about it. I'm going to get better, just being in the present and working.
When you think about your progress, from when you came in here early on to where you are now, I mean, what are you most proud of? 'Cause you've been through a lot in 15 months here.
I would just say my resiliency. There's been a lot of different obstacles thrown my way, whether it was Quinn coming in early and being in a crowded quarterback room, or not really knowing what my role was going to be on the team, and just putting my head down and working. I would say definitely my resiliency and the way I handled everything. I'm proud of looking back on it. I think there was a lot of points where I could have got down on myself and let myself go, but I think I stood tall and stayed strong, and so that's probably what I'm most proud of.
I'm sure there's been physical development for you, but how about from the mental side? I mean, where have you taken the biggest strides forward mentally? You feel like, hey, when I get chances to play, I'm ready to go.
Right. I think just seeing the defense, I think that's probably one of the biggest differences from high school football to college football is the complexity of the defense. And, you see all different types of coverages, blitz, fronts, and all that. And so just learning every day, and especially last year coming out onto the field, you would see, defenses you've never seen before, be like, whoa. And then, just taking a step back and learning, and, once you see that defense, you feel like you learned it and you can move on. But, it definitely is just, especially going against this defense, and you're playing against the best of the best, and they run, all sorts of different schemes. So I would say that's the biggest thing, is just seeing the defenses and, learning that way.
So how long did it take for the game to kind of slow down for you?
I would say to get to the point where I started to really feel comfortable was probably ball preparation. And like I said, Quinn and Jack both left right before we went out to LA. And we had, I think, 15 practices or something like that for preparation for Utah, and getting all those reps was huge. And so I think that's where I really started to take steps forward and use that as momentum coming into the offseason.
If another Akron situation comes up, just how do you feel like you're better prepared to be the quarterback?
Right, I feel a lot more prepared now that you've already been through it once, and you know what to expect. You know what it's going to be like the game week, being that guy. Know how to prepare. I think, like I said earlier, that's just a great learning experience, and going forward, that I think you can really use that as momentum if another situation were to pop up like that.
Say just like technically as a quarterback, how are you different now than you were a year ago this time, or even during the season?
I think physically just developed a lot more with Coach Mick being here for 15 months. And then I think mentally you learn something new every single day with Coach Dan, Coach Dennis, and Coach Fitch in that meeting room. So I think just in both areas it's been huge.
Kyle, what do you think about the idea that people think you should transfer?
Yeah, it was ridiculous because during the time, I could barely even go on social media just because people would tag me and send me whatever. But I think it definitely helped me kind of block everything out. It's a skill I think I acquired, just kind of blocking everything out and focusing on what's important. But it definitely is ridiculous being here for 15 months and people blowing up my Twitter and Instagram. But just blocking it out, I think it's definitely a skill.
Is that just a endemic of like what's wrong with society or college football? Because it seems weird. It seems weird that people would expect that you, who 1 year, should now go look for greener pastures. I mean, you didn't come into this thinking you're playing your freshman year. I know you felt like you could, and you were obviously a snap away from it at any given moment. But how has that forced you to sort of adjust your expectations moving forward?
You're saying like how's
just like the current state of college football?
Right. Oh yeah. It's just it's ridiculous. I mean, especially now with the transfer portal, I feel like if something isn't going the way a guy expected it to, fans and even the player might think, I can just put my name in the portal and change a situation like that. But I think you just have to see the bigger picture of it. I mean, what more could I want being at a school like this, getting coached by the best coaches in the world? So I didn't really even think about it at all, to be honest. And I think you just got to see the bigger picture. I mean, do I want to play this year? Of course, but I think you got to look at it from a long-term perspective.